Just check out this magical beauty. It's not quite sunset yet, but holy cow, man, this site's pretty banging, I'll tell you. Of the sites that I've had in my travels this summer, this one is definitely up there. But I think it's just more for that. It is more for that. I can still hear cars and whatnot, which is not my preferred, but beauty. Beauty. Oh, I just live out here. I wish I could. Let me know how. If anybody knows how to just live out here and never have to go back to, like, work and paying bills and all of that, yeah, hook a sister up with that information, because I could use it. I could use those tips and tricks. Fixing to get dinner on soon, and we'll see what we brought. Wonder what it could be for dinner. A tough one. Keep you guessing for a little bit longer. All right. So tonight, for dinner, we have got camp pizzas. A little bit of a twist on it, though, because I did not have any pasta sauce or tomato sauce or anything like that in my house. That wasn't frozen. So I'm actually going to do it with chipotle. And now I know what you're wondering. Why are you doing it on the stove? And that's because all of this wood here, well, not all of it, but the majority of the wood here is pine. And anybody who knows anything about outdoors, you're not supposed to cook food over pine. Now, that being said, I'm obviously doing it in a pan, but the smoke from it can sometimes cause your stomach to get upset. It's something that's in the sappy stuff of it that causes a lot of smoke. The smoke can add a weird flavor to your food, and it can also cause stomach upset and toxicity in large amounts. So we're gonna do it on the stove. That being said, let's pitter patter and get out. I'm excited. We're gonna see if this turns out or not. If it doesn't, well, then you'll know. And if it does, well, then you'll know. I was initially gonna bring dehydrated meals out here. Well, a dehydrated meal. I'm only here for one night. And then, like, last minute, literally was like, you're here for one night, just bring regular food. And I love camp pizzas. Probably my last opportunity to have them, really. So I'm only out for one night, and it's probably my last time camping this year. Not probably, it is my last time camping this year. So let's bring out some good food. Let's enjoy. Let's eat like queens. Pepperoni. Throw some onions on there. Because if my breath is stinky, then bears ain't gonna want it, so. And I like onions. Onions are delicious. Now we let her cook. She don't need to cook for long, just until the cheese gets good and melty. And then, now that traffic's calmed down. I say calm down as the car drives by. But even with the traffic, it's just so nice to be out here. You know, when I was sitting on the rock earlier, I was just kind of thinking about how crazy and strange life is. You know, 5 years ago, I would never, ever have pictured myself doing this. Not pictured myself doing it in the... I've always had and a lot of people have asked me how I got into this. Camping, canoeing. Camping, canoeing, etc. And I've always had an interest in being outside. What I mean by 5 years ago is where I was 5 years ago in my life, I couldn't have fathomed that this would be my life and what I do in it. 30-year-old me would never have been like, oh yeah, you know, we'll be camping, canoeing, doing it solo, enjoying the outdoors, all of that. And for a lot of you that don't know my background or don't know my story, I have been clean off of drugs. It was 13 years this past August. 13 years ago, my life looked absolutely, completely... Wow. I would have, if you had told me I'd be doing this, I'd be like, yeah, you guys is out to lunch. And, you know, ain't no way that I'm going to be doing that or this. And, you know, with hard work and a lot of support, I've had a lot of support from family, friends. I've done therapy, counseling. You literally can achieve anything you put your mind to. All those goals that you think are just, you know, far off and pipe dreams. You work hard enough and you put in the work, it's completely achievable. And it's faith, you know, having faith is... it's incredible. And I truly can't believe the things that I'm doing at 41 years old that I've achieved and I've accomplished and where I am at in my life. It is just phenomenal. Oh my goodness, that... Look at that cheese. That is probably one of the best camp pizzas I've ever made. What a beautiful morning. Oh, what a gorgeous morning. Oh. Oh. Good morning, wherever we are. I can't even remember the city. Wow. Ain't that pretty? Good morning, everyone. Hope you slept well. I did. I slept great last night. Like, I actually slept better last night than I have the past 2 nights at home, which is maybe because I slept crappy the last 2 nights at home, but also because, you know, nature. Oh, it was a beautiful sleep. What a beautiful day it was yesterday. Holy cow. I sat out till like 5 minutes after 30 after 9, and holy smokes, was it ever just, it was so nice. The traffic died down. I actually just kind of blocked the traffic out now, but wow, great evening, great sleep. And like, I can't even look at how beautiful that is. Just a perfect fall morning. Sun's just peeking through. Beauty morning. So I'm gonna, all my stuff in the tent as per usual is all packed up and ready to go. So I'm actually going to go hike over and get the food barrel and then come back, boil up some water while we take the tent down and get that coffee going. And then we got a wicked breakfast planned. Beautiful breakfast planned. So that's what we're gonna go do. Right, now that those guys are done, we're gonna call that done. Turn it down. Oh shit! Should have brought my big plate. I have a feeling this isn't really gonna fit in here. Yummy. A little bit of maple syrup. Breakfast with a view. Holy cow, what a good view. What a nice view. This is one of those, I almost wish I had a plate too. or a table, picnic table. I do have a table. I do have a table. Meh, I'm going home. I'm gonna do laundry. Guess I'll be fixing to do some laundry. My bigger plate would have been way better. Oh my good heavens. Now that is a good breakfast. We are off. Bye, awesome campsite. Thank you for having me as your guest. Thank you for being awesome. What a beauty campsite. It's a beauty day. Holy cow, is it ever nice out. It's like a little bit of a breeze, but just enough of a breeze that it doesn't make paddling terrible and it takes away from the heat. Because let me tell you, when they tell you it's 27 today, she's 27 today. That tree is just absolutely gorgeous. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Fished for a bit, nothing. Discovered this lake is definitely not the greatest in the fishing department. Maybe in the beginning of the season, it might be. Definitely not right now, but I've also not fished in October before. So, in fact, I've never fished in October. So maybe there's a knack to fishing, but look at how pretty that is behind me there. Maybe there's a knack to fishing in October that I haven't mastered yet. Gonna end this video. Thank you for coming along with me on this trip. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And thank you for coming along for all of my trips. Thank you for watching, subscribing, liking. If you like what you see, leave a comment down below. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Slap her down there. And we'll be back with more adventures. You never know. I might come up with some fun stuff to do over the course of the winter as well. And you might see some more videos of me. That's all I got to say for now. Super appreciate you guys watching. Super appreciate what a great season we have had. Can't wait to get out. Already planning bigger, better trips for next year. More footage, more cameras, more fishing. It'll be a great year. Thank you all for watching. Take her easy. Have a great day.